a lucky break that you were in town. You're not here. You're a New York guy.
Yeah.
Besides unsportsmanship, why were you in Los Angeles? What brings you to town?
I went to San Diego for Comic-Con. And so I was down shooting in Comic-Con for the last 3 days. We went down Wednesday and we shot Thursday, Friday, Saturday for the Simpsons special. So I'm directing the 20th anniversary special of The Simpsons, which will air in January on Fox, which is the greatest gig ever.
You're directing the 20th anniversary Simpsons special.
Yeah, which is a documentary. It's a documentary retrospective. It's the Simpsons 20th anniversary special in 3D on ice. For Fox.
Oh my God, dude, that's the greatest job of all time.
Greatest job ever. Yeah.
On ice.
Yeah.
On the rocks, so to speak.
That's right. We're gonna.
Unbelievable.
It's true.
So why Comic-Con? You were down there to figure if you could find someone to watch the show?
Well, we went down there looking for super fans and real life Simpsons. So we went down there casting people who like, well, I'm Barney. No, I'm Mr. Burns. Dude, I'm Otto. Let me get in that room, little man, little dude. I'm gonna show you. And so literally people came in and they were like, no, I'm the Simpsons, and it was fantastic.
That was a really good Otto.
Oh, thanks, man.
I know a guy making a documentary about the Simpsons. You should talk to him.
I should talk to that.
Probably get you in.
I want to meet that guy.
Get you in there.
I want to meet that guy.
Was it profitable? Did you find your Simpsons characters?
We found some of the best people ever. Yeah, we had people who showed up who did incredible, like, just imitations. There was a guy who did one of the greatest Homer Simpsons you ever hear in your life. There was a guy who was the comic book guy. We had a Nelson show up who literally, this guy was Nelson.
Oh,
and then there were people who were in costume for Comic-Con that came and auditioned in their other costumes. so Carnage comes in and auditions. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Did you have a Transformer that was like Optimus Prime into Barney?
I wanted.
That's a good costume.
Yeah, I wanted a really crazy Transformer, but no, they didn't show up.
You should have brought the school bus, done Otto, and just said, everybody in my bus.
Dude, come on, everybody get on.
Come with me.
We're
That would
going to
be great.
Comic-Con, dudes.
Or leaving Comic-Con.
Or leaving, yeah.
I'm talking about doing some fishing there, pulling them back home. That's really exciting, dude. That's literally the dream job.
It was one of the greatest phone calls I ever got in my life.
Can you tell us something about what you plan on doing with the doc that you haven't told anybody else? Because I'm sure you have a plan.
Well, no. The whole plan for me is, especially when they came to us to make a doc, especially the way that I would make a film, is that I wanted to make a movie that was all about the fans. And so we'll talk about all the hero shit that they've done. It's like, oh, they're great. Yeah, longest running TV show in the history of television. Oh, longest running show since Gunsmoke or Ozzie and Harriet. That's all great. Whoosh, then we knock all that out of the way. Then we talk about all the people that are around the world, from people who are having Simpsons weddings to scientists that are like in Spain growing tobacco as we speak. It's true. They're really growing fields of tobacco.
Just hoping that one day this documentary would be made.
They're saying one day everyone's going to want a burger that tastes like cigarettes. It's going to be the best thing.
So I have a strange feeling that we're going to be watching you eat tobacco.
Yeah, well, maybe. There's so many great things we're going to find. There's people around the world who have like literally turned their bodies into Simpson billboards with tattoos all over them. So for me, we just really want to make a special that's all about the fans.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All about the fans. I'm sure you guys are freaking out, but we're going to make this documentary. Amy, what do the kids have to say?
Well, Loyal Casanova a long time ago, and I didn't want to forget this, so I wrote it down, thinks that Morgan should run for president.
I agree.
I second the nomination.
I agree.
It's done.
First thing I'm going to do is legalize polygamy. First, legalize polygamy, and then marijuana, and then I sell the country.
Nice. We'll be playing in the Third World Cup eventually.
That's right, Third World Cup coming up.
Not the set for a second Third World Cup, but the actual Third World Cup, where the winner gets rice and water.
Well, the way I see it, we're on our way there anyway, because my dad's fantastic. He's the guy who started his own business, and he talks about all the jobs that are being like sent overseas, and he said, I grew up in West Virginia. He goes, Morgan, it's all right. He goes, you got to realize one day all those jobs are going to come back because we'll just be making shit for everybody else. And he goes, one day we're going to be the third world country. And I was like, wow, that's a great optimistic way to look at it.
Yeah. It is a really good. He's like one of those guys that loves the idea. He's like, global warming's bad, but how about global warm?
That's right.
Once we get there.
I hated wearing coats.
Yeah,
look how great this is.
Beautiful. As long as you don't have to worry about the environment.
I haven't worn a jacket since 1997. That's a great thing.
That's not bad, dude. That's West Virginia for you, too.
That's right,
He's like, it's still cold out. I just haven't worn my jacket because I've been drinking moonshine. That'll warm me right up.
That's right.
What else from the chat room, Amy?
Someone said they just jizzed their pants about just the idea of The Simpsons. Oh, it was Bry Guy 1.
Nice.
Thanks. That's a nice visual, Brian.
That makes two of us.
We'll be calling you soon for a performance on the special.
That's right.
A repeat performance.
What's your favorite line and/or episode of The Simpsons?
My favorite line from The Simpsons is from Homer, where Homer says, "Oh, alcohol, the solution to and cause of all of life's problems." So that's my favorite line. And then my favorite episode, I have two favorite episodes. One is the tobacco episode where Farmer flees Springfield to go become a farmer when he's afraid he's going to get killed. And he grows tobacco on the field. And then my other one is the New York episode where Homer takes his whole family to New York and he ends up getting a boot on his car that he ends up driving around with the boot on his car. And he goes to the hot dog vendor, because I live in New York City, and he goes to the vendor in New York and he goes, like, "Can I get something?" He goes, "Do you sell food?" He goes, "Yes, we have a hot dog and bacala." And he goes, "Ooh, I'll try the bacala." so he starts eating one of these. He's like, oh, this is terrible. This is awful. He's like, "Oh, all right, I'll have 2 more bacalas. And what do you have to drink?" And he goes, "We have Mountain Dew and crab juice." "Oh, all right, crab juice." And so he's drinking crab juice and eating bacala.
Oh, crab juice.
All right, crab juice.
That was the episode where Bart's leaning out the window as they're driving through New York City, and he sees a couple of Hasidic guys, and he's like, "Oh, ZZ Top, you guys rock." And they're like, maybe a little.
Maybe a little. Yeah, exactly.
Well, my favorite episode is the one, it's the one with the sandwich, where Homer's at the company picnic and they've got a 10-foot sandwich and he can't believe that there's only 8 foot left and they're going to throw it out, so he brings it home. 3 more feet and I can fit it in the fridge. And it just gets all cruddy and dirty, and then Marge makes him choose between her and the sandwich, and he's like, "Marge, I'd like to be alone with the sandwich." So that may be my favorite line, is, "Marge, I'd like to be alone with the sandwich."
It's a great line.
It's a good line.